In this lecture, we will discuss about calculation of payload. Payload is defined as it is the load, basically it is the maximum load that a balloon can lift. For example, if I have a balloon, this is attached to a mass. Let us say mass of this is mp, that is payload. This balloon has some gas. Mass inside this balloon is m gas. Balloon itself will have some mass. Let us say mass of balloon is mb. So we can write here mp is the payload, m gas is the mass of gas inside the balloon, and mb is the mass of balloon. Because balloon can be made up of some rubber, so it will have some mass also. So that is mass of balloon. Now we can apply Newton's law. Let us say this balloon is going up with constant velocity. So velocity is constant. If velocity is constant, this means acceleration is 0. If acceleration is 0, that is we can apply Newton's law, force is equals to mass into acceleration. So force is 0. So we can say on this balloon, total force, total net force is 0, because it is moving with a constant velocity. Let us try to make the free body diagram. So we have the balloon and this mass is here. So what are the forces that is acting? One force that is acting, payload times z. Another force that is acting, that is due to the mass of gas. So this will be mass of gas times gravitational constant z. So there will be a force due to mass of gas. Let us call this force is mass of gas into z. There will be another force, that is mass of balloon times z. There will be upward force in this direction, and this is buoyancy. So upward we will have buoyancy force. And this force is equals to weight of air that is removed by this balloon. So if I say V is the volume of balloon, so same volume of air is displaced from this position. So we can say displaced air is also V volume. Now let us say rho air is the density of air. This is given. So we can calculate mass of air removed. So mass of air removed that is V into rho air. Now if I apply buoyancy force, so mass of removed air times gravitational constant z. So we have a upward force, that is V times rho air times z. Now since this balloon is going with external force 0, going with a constant velocity, F external is 0. So we will have upward force is equals to downward force. So if I apply this, upward force is V times rho air times Z, and the downward force we have mass of payload into Z plus mass of gas times Z plus mass of balloon times Z. We can cancel G, so we will have V into rho air. This is equals to mass of payload plus mass of gas plus mass of balloon. So from here we can calculate mass of payload, and this is equals to V times rho air minus mass of gas minus mass of balloon. So if density of air and volume of balloon, mass of gas and mass of balloon is given, we can calculate mass of payload. This is the maximum weight, maximum load that can be lifted. Let us do one exercise. So we have, so question says a balloon of radius 10 meter weigh 100 kg calculate its payload if it is filled with helium at 1 atmospheric pressure and 300 Kelvin. Density of air is given, so rho air is 1.2 kg per meter cube. Gas constant value R is also given, 0.082 liter atmospheric pressure, mole minus 1 Kelvin minus 1. So we have to calculate the payload. So let us first calculate volume of balloon. Volume of balloon, this is 4 by 3. So we are assuming the balloon is spherical. Because radius is given, so it is logical to assume balloon is spherical. So 4 by 3 pi r cube. Radius is given in meter. Let us calculate in decimeter. So we have radius is 10 meter, that is 100 decimeter. 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this is 4 by 3 into pi into 10 to the power 6 liter. Now once I know volume of balloon, we can calculate mass of air, that is the same volume of air is displaced. So volume of air displaced is same, that is 4 by 3 into pi into 10 to the power 6 liter. So we can calculate mass of air, 4 by 3 pi into 10 to the power 6. Mass of air displaced, basically mass of air displaced, this is in liter, 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is in liter. And we have been given rho. Rho density is given 1.2 kg per meter cube. So 1.2 kg per meter cube. So we have to convert this in meter cube, then we can cancel. So we will have 4 by 3 pi into 10 to the power 6 is, we have to convert liter into meter cube. So we will have 10 to the power 3 meter cube into 1.2 kg by meter cube. So meter cube cancels. So we will have 4 by 3 pi into 1.2 into 10 to the power 3 kg. So this is the weight of air displaced. We can also calculate mass of gas, mass of helium inside balloon. For this we can use PV is equals to nRT. So we have PV is equals to m by m RT. So from here we can write m is equals to PVm by RT. So this is mass of gas. So we can calculate mass of gas. This is equal to pressure is given, that is 1 atmospheric pressure. So in question we have pressure is given 1 atmospheric pressure. So pressure is 1. Volume we have already calculated, that is 4 by 3 into pi into 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 liter. Molecular mass for helium is 4. R is 0.082. Temperature is given 300 Kelvin. So you see here temperature is 300 Kelvin. Now we can say from here 4 by 3 pi 10 to the power 6 into 4, and let us write this is 0.082 into 300. So this is mass of air in gram. Now we can apply this formula, that is mass of payload is V into rho into mass of gas minus mass of balloon. So mass of balloon in this case is 0 because it is not said anything about mass of balloon. So we will assume mass of balloon is approximately 0. So mass of payload, this is equals to mass of air minus mass of gas. So mass of air we have this number 4 by 3 pi into 1.2 into 10 to the power 3 kg. So this is in kg, minus mass of gas, and this is in grams, so we have to convert this in kg. 4 pi 10 to the power 3 into 4, this divided by 3 into 0.082 into 300. So this is also now in kg. So we have to do this calculation. So let us use calculator. So we have 4 by pi, 4 into pi, this divided by 3, and this multiplied by 1.2, 1.2. So this value is 5.026. 5.026 into 10 to the power 3. Now next number we have 4 into pi into 4, and then we have divided by 3 into 0.082 multiplied by 300, and on top we also have 10 to the power 3, so let us multiply by 1000. So we have 681.104. 681.104. So we can say from here, if I multiply this 5026 minus 681.1, so we will have 5026 minus 681. So this is 4345, and this is in kg. Now basically in this question mass of balloon is also given. Let me see. So balloon weigh 100 kg. So mass of balloon is also given. So we have to subtract mass of balloon also. So everywhere we have to subtract mass of balloon. So here we will have, when we are calculating payload, we have to subtract mass of balloon also. So mass of balloon is 100 kg. So we will have 4345 minus 100. So this will be the final answer, 4345. So this is 4245 kg. Or we can write in gram, 424.5 into 10 to the power 4 gram. So this is the maximum mass that this balloon can lift. Now if I attach a mass of 4245 kg, the balloon will go with constant velocity. What will happen if I attach a mass? So let us say if mass attached to the balloon, if mass is greater than 4245 kg. So in this case, balloon will basically go in the downward direction. So balloon will not lift. So in this case, balloon will not lift. Now if mass is less than 4245 kg, in this case balloon will lift and it will have some acceleration also. So downward force is less, upward force is more. So balloon will go with some acceleration. So in this case balloon will rise with some acceleration. In solving this problem, we have made two assumptions. First assumption is volume of balloon remains constant. That is, volume is not changing. What will happen as you go up in the air? Volume keeps increasing. So volume of balloon will increase, but we are assuming the volume of balloon is constant. We are also assuming temperature in the air remains constant. So temperature in air remains constant. But practically these two are not possible. Volume of balloon will increase because pressure decreases. We are also assuming pressure outside remains same. So these assumptions are practically not possible. So assumptions are practically not possible. That is, if you are going up, pressure will decrease, temperature will increase, so volume of balloon does not remain constant. So in this lecture we discussed how to calculate payload, and we said first you have to calculate different weights and then you have to have total force is equals to 0. From there you can calculate payload.